Today I'm going to take you guys through a $3,000 sales week. I'm going to show you guys how it compares to my previous week and also take you through my top sales from the week as well so you can grab those bolos when you're out thrifting. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Also hit the thumbs up as well while you're at it, and let's get to the video. All right, to get started, I'm going to take you through my sales for this week and compare it to last week as well. So you could see, even though it's a $3,000 sales week, last week was not anything to write home about. So as you see right here, total sales, a little over 3,000. I just hit it with like my final two sales, maybe my final sale of the last 7 days. I'm over 97% above the same time period. So the week before, when it was coming off of Christmas, or coming right before Christmas through Christmas, was not the strongest of weeks, especially for myself. It was like a $1,600 sales week or whatever, something close to that, because that's why it's almost 100% increase for this week versus last. So it was an off week beforehand, but it is moving now. It is moving really good, at least for those last 7 days. So hopefully it'll keep up going through January. Also, I lost $128 of fees for taxes and the government that eBay took out, selling costs, which eBay will even put in here for you as well. So it's like your labels, all the type of shipping stuff, any eBay fees that are in there. That's $723. So as you can see right here, my net sales was $2,175. It does not include my cost of goods. That's probably sitting around $350 to $400 for that week for the items that sold. It may even be lower than that. I did not, for those items, those were not very expensive items to me, but they were very high dollar items that went out. So really good ROI flips that I had that went out. It wasn't a high volume of items. It was really good ROI items that went out for me. Now, just to show you real quick here is just the little chart that they have. As you see, I had a few really high sales dollar days, a 683, a $761 day in there. But I also had, ones that are, really low when it comes to it. But these are probably more of the more likely days: 345, 265, 196, 264. 500. So I had 3 really solid days in there that helped pick it up. But the other ones are more of what I'm going to be seeing day in and day out when it comes to my store. But I always get like those big ones in there, every week or so. But I had 3 of them hit this week. So ideally for myself, I want to get up to about $300 a day average when it comes to it, which would be 2,100 when it comes to sales. I always like to stair step how I'm going up in my sales and business. So that's kind of my next target, is to be averaging $300 a day. And then eventually I want to be averaging $250 a day profit when it comes to it. But eBay doesn't calculate that for me. But that's just kind of how I think about my business and how I want to go. Alrighty, now I'm going to take you through a rapid fire of bolo items for you. I divide these out by categories. If you know me, I sell a lot of DVDs and video games, so those are going to be towards the end of this video. But stay tuned for those. There's some really good bolos in there for you guys to be looking out for. But right now I want to show you for this week, I had a lot of variety in the categories I sold. Not the most common items that I sell, but I do sell them and help supplement my business. And I want to really show you guys what hit this week. So this one is not a high dollar item, but it is a set of books, and I do always look at the book sets that are there, whether it's hardcover or soft cover. A lot of times you can find them, you could get them for like, $3, $4, $5, $6, and there could be some good ROI on there. And also, since they're books, they go media mail, so it's super cheap to ship even though they're heavy. So this one I shipped out actually today, and it was like $3.80 to ship, and it's a heavy set when it comes to it. I think it was like 4 pounds or almost 4 pounds, so it wasn't that expensive to ship out, and it's it didn't sit for very long as well. I think I got this for like $3.29. Another set that you want to look out for is American Girl sets. They sell really good, really any type of American Girls. I had found, I think, 2 sets before that were sealed actually, of a newer version of the American Girl sets. I can't remember which ones they were, and those sold like instantaneously. This was listed maybe a week, and I just put a high price on it, and it sold really well. So $48.91 on my fake sale, and it goes media mail, so very cheap to ship. I also sold a couple board games and puzzles this week, so I want to highlight those for you. This Disney Scene It sold for $69.95 plus free shipping actually on there. It just goes priority. I think this one was actually pretty cheap for me to ship out. It was like $12 or something to ship. This Mayberryopoly board game sold in probably about, I think probably 2 weeks after being listed. Actually, maybe a little more than that. I put a high price on it because it was the only new one that was out there. I had someone ask me to sell it to them for 40 bucks, and I said, no way. And this one sold like 2 days later to someone else for my full asking price. This one ships priority as well. You could get like the really big board game flat rate box. I think they're large flat rate board rate game boxes. So it ships like $17 to go out, but it's also insured as well. So it covers all my insurance on there. Real easy to ship. I don't have to worry about Frankenboxing anything or worry about pirate ship when it comes to it. So I'm okay paying a little bit more on shipping costs just for the ease of use when it comes to the boxes. This White Mountain jigsaw puzzle went pretty quick for me as well. There's 35 bucks, free shipping. This one actually fit in one of the flat versions of the Regional A boxes. If you don't know, there's two different versions, at least I know, of Regional A. This one fit in the flat one, so it went for like $9. It wasn't very far that it was going for what it fit into. Baseball gloves, always keep an eye out for them. Main ones you want to look out for are first baseman mitts like this one. Also catcher's mitts as well. Those are the two main ones you want to look for. Then also check out any larger size like softball gloves that are going to be for left-hand throwers, so it'd go on your right hand. So those are for lefties. Those are the mitts that I always will check out. Check out comps on if you get them for $5. A lot of times you'll be lucky you find some that'll go for 45. This is probably like the lower end of what I would be listing, but I've sold mitts for like 120, 130 bucks. They're just a little more rarer, I guess, and it's just the brand that it is. So always keep an eye out for them, especially when it comes to specialty mitts. Now here's going to be how I show you how I got my dollar value up this week for this category. It is VCRs or combo units as well. So this one was a Magnavox VHS recorder with also a DVD player. So it wasn't a DVD recorder. That's a separate type of unit. I didn't sell any of those this week, but this one sold for $80 plus $30 shipping on top of it. And I believe I got this one for like $6. Now these next two are huge sales. I sold two of these units. I found both of them from the same store for $9 each. They were new open box Sony VCRs. I made sure I test them as well. They have like all the shrink wrap on the front plates and all that stuff. All the, the little, you get a new iPhone, you take the little plastic wrap off of it. It has that still on the front. I just made sure I tested them, even though everything was wrapped up. I wanted to make sure it was tested working, especially for the dollar amounts that I'm putting them out there for. But I closed it all back up afterwards. The remote's still in its wrapper. The instructions have never been opened. All the cords have never been taken out. This was just amazing find I hit, and I sold two of them within, I think, within 3 days of listing them. Both of them sold for $347, my full asking price on there. Another big item here is this PlayStation 3. This isn't even the backwards compatible one, but this one I sold for $84.95 plus another $25 for shipping on top of it as well. The only time I really put shipping on there is if it is like a heavy item. I didn't put it for the VCRs just because I put those really high, but I do it usually for Sony consoles for some reason. And really the only reason I do that is I want to have that sold price a little bit lower. So it's just kind of like psychologically that price is lower for people. Another item that's sold is this Wii console bundle. I had it at a high price and still sold at this for $89.95. I'll put my prices and just let them sit. This one actually sat a few months, but I just put my price out there, and eventually I get what I have, and I'll find the right buyer for it. Another oddball item that sold is this Black & Decker set. It's a 2-pack. I think it's discontinued. I looked it up and it didn't look like they're selling them anywhere else. But this one sold within about a week of myself listing it, and I just did $38, free shipping on it, and it actually made it out first class. I was able to get it light enough to go first class, so that was a nice win right there. Now I'm going to hit rapid fire a few hot games that you want to be looking out for. Any of these PS1 Grand Theft Auto games, these are from a collector set. There's 3 of them actually in a set, but I only had 2 of them here, and these are both open. But they sold for $40 with free shipping. Simpsons game for the PS3. This one is going up in price. I had sold this earlier in the pandemic, probably a few times for like 25 to 30. I got almost $45 for it now. So this one is rising, so keep an eye out for it. This one didn't even have the manual. If it did, I probably would have priced it like 48 or 49 for it. A very rare Wipeout PS1 long box. You don't see many long boxes. I was really tempted to keep it in my collection, but it wasn't really a game that I cared for. But I sold this one for $35 free shipping. I think I had like $3 into it. Always a great game to look out for is any of the Mario Party games in the series. This one is Mario Party 8. This one went for $37 free shipping, and I had another like $3 into that. Look out for these NFL DVD sets. When it comes to history of teams, I sell these very often. I think I sold the Green Bay Packers one just a while ago, and that one was sealed. But they go for different levels in pricing, so they're not all the same. You may see one team that goes for a lot higher than others. So this one was $35, and this one was an open one. This was a used, really nice discs and everything. But like the Packers one that was sealed went for only $20. The market wasn't, I think it was a little more flooded when it came to it, and I think they put these out at different points in time, so some of them are a little harder to get. It is after New Year's, right? So I did sell a few workout DVDs. These are the higher dollar ones, but I sold like this week, I think like 5 or 6 different DVD sets. But I want to show you the higher dollar ones. This is the first time I ever found 3-week yoga from Beachbody. I didn't even know this was a series out there, but this one sold for $38. And also P90X sold for $26 for me as well. Here's a rare DVD to look out for. I got this one for $1. I actually got a few of these from this same company. Look for any of the TNA Impact Wrestling DVDs. If you see them out there, they're pretty rare because they're from when the company first started, and they didn't print that many of them, and there weren't many people buying them up. So definitely grab them if you find them. If you find a few of them, and they're a little lower dollar, you could lot them together and get some good value as a set. But this one went for $45. Actually, another wrestling sale here. I found both of these new and sealed at the same store. I found a few wrestling sets there actually just last week. And I bundled these two together because they are both from DX. So the same wrestling group in the WWE. I put them together because I knew there was going to be some fan that would want these sets, and they sold pretty quickly for me. Another good set here is a Subspecies. This is the Epic Collection. I bought these actually, I think, a little bit before Halloween. I found it for, I think it was $1.29. It may have been $3.29 that I got this set for. It was dirt cheap for what I was able to sell it for. But it sat for like 2 months, and someone bought it after New Year's and not around Christmas time. So I still got my full asking price that I had on there. Very happy with this sale. And lastly is this Wild Wild West 3 DVD sets. These were all new and sealed. I had seasons 2, 3, and 4. So even if you don't have like the full collection, or you don't have like the full run, you can always lot up seasons of the same series. This would have gone a lot better if I had number 1 in there as well. So someone could have 1 through 4, but someone may have already had 1 and wanted 2 through 4 for their collection as well. So it never hurts to put them together like seasons in a series. Thanks everyone for joining me on my $3,000 sales week. As you can see, there are a lot of great Bolo items that I had sold. My dog just sneezed on me right there. That was a little disgusting, but it was a great week altogether. Once again, if you like this type of content, you want to see more reseller tips, tricks, bolos, all that type of great stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button below and also hit the thumbs up for me. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.